Bucs World. What it do, everybody? It's your boy JB, aka Spoken, and we got my dog.
What up? What up? B-Ham, let's go.
All right, man. So first off, I'm glad I'm glowing right now, man. Maybe that's that victory we haven't. Last week we missed last week's victory. I was hitting you up. You act like you were too busy. I like, you know what, man? I guess we ain't gonna do Bucs World this week. And this week, I said, all right, cool. You know, we're gonna face the COLTS. We're gonna do our thing. And I'm glad that you're not complaining. You didn't complain last week. That's good. And I don't think you're gonna complain this week. I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Bucs, we won 38-31, and it's clear as day that we are proving to the world that how much we need Gronkowski and how much we need AB to space out the offense. When they are not on the field, it shows why we need them and why they are on the squad and why they were called. One was called off the couch and the other one was called basically off the couch as well. But overall, I was impressed. I want to talk about last weekend, this week, but combined, I am kind of satisfied of SMB Sean Murphy Bunting performance. Yesterday he got kind of burnt, but Brandon said something like I guess Winfield didn't help him out over the cover. But overall, the defense has been doing pretty good. Yeah, we gave up 31 points yesterday. That was one thing I don't like about what we do is that we depend on a 40-something-year-old man to walk us to glory. And when it's time to shut out the game, we don't have that sense of urgency and independency like Tom Brady himself. And that's what he offers and brings to the team. So now we're 8-3. I'm satisfied. Leonard Fournette got 4 touchdowns. And you can take over, Brandon. And the reason why I said one last thing, the reason why I said SMB, shout out to him for real, because the man had a dislocated elbow. Everybody thought it was broke on a Monday Night Football game. The man came back. He's been dealing with a series of doubters and haters and stuff like that. And the man had the most tackles last week, and he was in the mids, I think, of this week. So he's been playing his heart out, and he lit somebody up. Keep going, Brandon.
I don't have no complaints this week, but I do have some gripes. It's obvious the Bucs need a number one corner. You just alluded to the fact that we hold our fingers with Tom Brady, and it's like he's the GOAT. So we depend on him. But on the flip side of that, it's like on the defensive side of it, the defense played well when it mattered yesterday. Yes, but I am just tired of every quarterback looking like a Hall of Famer when they play us. And I know we're hurt. I know the secondary is depleted. SMB just got back. Carlton Davis may be back next week this week against the Falcons, hopefully. But then you bring them back. Jamil Dean gets hurt, and according to Bruce Arians, it doesn't look good. So it's like that injury bug is floating. But even with the secondary healthy, we still need help. So hopefully that will be addressed in the offseason. But talking about yesterday, I was honestly ready to turn the game off. I was like, here we go again. The Bucs in the road. We 3'd out to start the game. My gripe with the offense is the numbers are there, but they're not there, if it makes sense what I'm about to say. I just want Mike Evans to be more involved with this offense. Like, there's too many games that
he only had 16 yards, everybody. He had 16 yards.
And so I don't know if that's Tom just maybe not wanting to force it to Mike, or Mike is not getting open because he's facing the top corners for these other teams. I don't know what it is, but great receivers find a way to get open. Like Devontae Adams last night ran through the Rams secondary for the Packers. It's just I don't know what's happening. So there may be something behind the scenes between Mike Evans and the offensive dynamic, but I just want to see Mike Evans have that 100-yard receiving game, that big where you can come back and say, you know what, Mike Evans took over.
You know what, man? This is what I've been talking about for years. Mike Evans has always been the type of receiver, no matter what. It always seemed like the sorrier the receiver we have, the more shine Mike Evans gets. And it's always been like that. He came in on when the team wasn't really doing good. And Mike Evans has always been the receiver where he'll have some hot games and have some very quiet ghost games. We've been seeing this a lot. This is not the first time we've seen this. This ain't the second time. This ain't the third time. This ain't the fourth time. This ain't the fifth time. We actually been seeing it probably for the first, the first 5 to 7 years of his career. It was probably like a good 3 of them or 2 of them when he just playing as they got the ball and he was the spotlight. But I feel like this is something that he's been dealing with for a long time, especially, I agree with you, especially with the Tom Brady aspect of it, because it seems like Tom has the way of picking apart the defense. But along with him picking apart the defense, nobody wants to go against his mastermind, so they're going to follow his lead. But I get tired of all these little short passes to the running back, and give it to the tight end in the corner or in the middle. When Gronk is playing, he's playing. The only time he was quiet was in the beginning when he was getting acquainted with the offense, and Tom Brady was as well. But when it was time to hit the go button, it was time to hit the go button. Why does it seem like Mike Evans always have to get the go button pressed on him when it seems like he can't get 1,000 yards, or it seems like he probably missed 2-3 games without getting the ball or getting 100 yards or even 80 yards?
Yeah, so that's my only gripe with the offense. I mean, they are the number 1 ranked, offense in the league. So, I mean, obviously, Byron Leftwich is doing something great, but that's just my gripe. Is it's just too many games where they start this 3 and out. They look so lethargic and like, did y'all practice this week? And then it takes the second half for them to start clicking, like yesterday. And so I do think, though, with this Colts game, the Bucs showed not only they can win on the road, but 2, that they know how to come back against a good team. When you think about it, the Colts were hot. They were a hot team. They had the hottest running back in the league. They were doing things well, and the Bucs caught them at the right time, because you can say that the Colts shot themselves in the foot, just like how the Bucs do. The Colts had penalties that killed them. They gave up. Shout out to Fournette. And I told you when the Bucs signed Fournette last year, I said this is probably going to be the best signing. And Lenny is running and showing why, and showing Jacksonville the mistake they made and letting him go. So I can't.
I don't think they I don't think they looked at it like it was a mistake. I think they just knew what they were getting rid of. He was the only thing besides him and Jalen Ramsey with the Jacksonville Jaguars doing their thing. So I don't think they knew it was. I don't think they realized it was a mistake. They probably just say, you know what, we know what we're doing.
Yeah, so I mean, shout out to Fournette. And so I think the turning point, which you got to give credit, Shaq Barrett, that sack fumble recovery, that was huge.
Antoine Winfield now.
I'm about to say Winfield, that INT.
Up high line.
That INT, and shout out to his dad, the post he put on IG pretty much saying, we thought they said size mattered. Winfield is undersized for a safety and went up.
Hit it over Michael Pittman Jr.
And Michael Pittman Sr. was actually at the game too, because I saw his post. He was like, "Go Colts, go Bucs." He can't. Got to root for your son, but you also
Of course. But it's crazy because 2 NFL kids were literally because they're both second years, right? I know Michael Pittman Jr. He's second year, right? Yeah. So 2 second-year NFL kids, Michael Pittman Sr. with Michael Pittman Jr., and then you got Antoine Winfield Jr. on Michael Pittman Sr. Right with Michael Pittman Jr. A good matchup. I really loved it. The way Winfield got up for that one, bro. Nick, bro, that was that was amazing to see that. I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was a pass interference at first because they could have called it when he kind of tucked him back a little bit and kind of jumped up. I'm like, all right, the ref clearly let them play, and he was going for the ball. The man jumped high up in the sky. I think it was the way he got an interception where the ref was like, you know what? Just because he jumped up like that and going for the ball the entire time, I can't even call the PI on him. I think if he was a little taller, had he been a little bit taller, they probably would have called it against him.
Yeah, so I mean, looking forward again, I think the Bucs showed that when they click, they're good. And yeah, it was typical Bucs that you had to watch the end of the game because it was about to give you a heart attack. But I think they showed You know, they almost gave a heart attack giving it up to Isaiah Rodgers in that kickoff return. Like, Lord, they about to tie this game. And
then Rodgers Camardi. Shot the 9-for-1.
Yeah. So these next, and I hate using
let me ask you this. I know I'm gonna sound a little crazy, so Bradenton don't hop on me. Isaiah is from Bradenton, right?
Tampa. We know the family now.
Tampa Bay. It's all Tampa Bay. All right.
So it was good to see him do well. I mean, I'm glad he did well. Put on for the Bay. So these next 4 games, I hate saying going to be big, but these next 4 games are going to be big for the Bucs because if the Bucs win these next 4 games, you have them at 12-3.
And the Rams losing. They lost 3 straight. Remember you were talking trash.
Plus pretty much winning the division. And when I say they need to win these next 4, it's because Sunday, of course, the Bucs play the Falcons. Right now, the Bucs are 3 games ahead in the division.
Okay, we go.
You win Sunday. That pretty much clamps down the division.
Okay.
And you don't want, you don't want to give light to anybody in the division. So you clamp down the division this Sunday. Then you play the Buffalo Bills next week.
On December 12th.
Back home in Tampa. Yes, back home in Tampa. So you beat the Bills. That again shows the league that you can beat good teams, especially with a quarterback, with a Stephon Diggs at receiver. Your corners are going to be tested. But you beat the Bills. You show, okay, you know what? We for real. And then the following week, you play the Saints. And we know
I will be at that game, buddy. Yeah.
And so by beating the Saints, their Saints is just revenge. I just want that revenge and the Saints to shut up and go to their misery. And then you play the Panthers again, and then that's the last game.
Losing though, the Panthers keep losing. The Saints on loss. Everybody losing in our division. So
I will say, speaking of the Panthers, the Bucs should beat the Panthers. Today the news came out here: Christian McCaffrey is out for the season. So,
again? Wow, yeah. Can he stay healthy for anything?
Nah, that's why I don't think he stays on the Panthers. They may be looking to trade him because he can't.
That's it. What are you out for the season for?
His ankle got hurt yesterday.
Dude, stay hurt, bro.
Yeah, so
stay hurt.
And we know the Falcons. I honestly think the Falcons are the team that I would be afraid of in any team in the division. The Saints are not good. Trevor Siemian, it looks like the quarterback that he should have looked like against the Bucs. Every other team is exposing him. So the Saints are a 3-game losing streak they're on. So they're playing typical. Once Jameis went down at their season, and
they're making Jameis look good too. They're making Jameis gonna F around and get a contract. With the Saints. What you think?
So I mean, once Taysom Hill come back, they may get a little light, but I'm not worried about the Saints.
That's clearly Jameis' team, right?
I mean, out of the quarterbacks they have, yeah. I mean, I think everybody in their right mind.
With the quarterback doing bad, that's Jameis' team. Now, if the quarterback hadn't been doing good, would that be Jameis' team?
No, Trevor Siemian's still not he's still not a.
But hey, but check it out though. We played the Saints on my birthday. I will be there, sitting on the visitor side, daring the Saints fans to try some jump. I'm gonna be sitting there talking about, yeah, go Tampa. What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Nothing. It's gonna be me on December 19th, my birthday, brother. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and we got to play the sorry behind Jets. We got there. And we got to play the Panthers 2 times in 3 weeks. Now, you know Cam going to try to get one on us. Cam going to try to get one. Like, he can't. I feel bad for Cam Newton because
you right now. He just had the worst game of his career yesterday, so.
Well, he did, but, man, it's not looking good for him the rest of the year. I mean, especially playing us 2 times out of 3 weeks, the last 3 games of the year. I think he don't want that. And it's gonna make him look bad regardless. But we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta win. So hey.
Yeah, I mean, again, so the Falcons is almost like this watch the football team game where I say you don't lose these. If you're the Bucs, you don't lose to a 5-6 team. So I think the Bucs have learned their lesson by losing to the Washington football team and the Saints, and understand that you can't just lay on the bed and expect these teams to go roll over for you. I mean, it's still an NFL game. And these players still got their contracts to play and millions of bonuses they're trying to make. So you go to Atlanta, you handle business, come back and play the Bills, which they've kind of slowed down. The Bills are what's their record right now?
Everybody's slowing down. Even the look, let's talk about these Rams. You was just the other person. You was just the person a few weeks ago talking about, oh, well, the Bucs, we can't lose games like these. You know, the Rams are doing this, the Rams are doing that. Now look at the Rams, buddy. Hold on, real quick. Your boy from the Broncos, Von Miller. He has not seen He went there when they were 7-1. They continue to lose again. They continue to lose. He has not seen a winning game since he's been there. They got your boy Odell. He finally got him a little touchdown yesterday. He ain't seen a winning game since he's been there. These teams, hold on. The Cardinals lost 2 in a row. They lost to the Panthers 1 week, and they lost a week before that. I think it's to the Steelers, I believe. So these teams are losing. Okay. These sorry teams are also giving the good team a run for their money. So I don't know about you, but my heart remains the same. The Buccaneers will be going to the Super Bowl this year, brother, and we will be running it. And also, I think you may not want to hear this, but I got to give a shout out to my dog Trey Flock. Trey has been saying it, and he even said it on the live, and I got some receipts. All right, Trey has been saying for the past 4 to 5 weeks that the NFL is trying to start a Belichick and Brady Super Bowl. And hey, I'm gonna tell you today. Today I looked at a couple stations today on television. I'm starting to see it now. Hey, the
Patriots have not played anybody. That's why the record
does not matter. But they put Belichick face next to Brady, and they put Super Bowl. So I'm gonna just say this: Trey might be on to something.
I mean, it's a good storyline, though. I mean,
it is a good storyline. So let me ask you this. Is the NFL, is this rigged? Because these are grown men playing for their checks, playing for their family, playing for their heart.
No, it's not rigged. I mean, you have 50-plus players on both sides of a field. Now, if you were talking about the NBA, when it's 5-on-5 and you have like a smaller amount, like we saw the Donahue days when the ref in the NBA got sent to jail and found out that he was conspiring games. You may consider NBA, but bro, when you have too many players on the field, 11. Huh?
So they don't conspire games in the NFL?
Oh, I'm not saying that it has never happened, but what I'm saying is that that whole narrative that the NFL is plotting, no, I don't think that, because you think about it.
You heard the White Smith said now.
Yeah, and what I want to say, I can't say.
Well, you say everything else.
I cannot say what I want to say about that comment.
You can't say what you want to say.
No, Dwight Smith, we know probably what he was on. But anyways,
what was he on, Brandon?
I don't. Anyways, so I don't think the NFL, yes, looks for storylines. Like last year, nobody would pick the Bucs to be in the Super Bowl. But when it got,
so you don't think
but when it got to where it was like, okay, Bucs beat Washington. Now they got to go play Aaron Rodgers. This is like the two greatest quarterbacks playing each other. That's the storyline.
Okay, when that was the storyline until one had to go Super Bowl and they won.
Yeah, and then when the Bucs went to the Super Bowl, you had a quarterback in Patrick Mahomes, who everybody thinks is going to be the next elite quarterback versus the GOAT. Versus the GOAT. So you had a team that was defending their title versus the GOAT. Of course, the NFL is going to take advantage of those storylines. Now,
okay. So you saying our game was rigged?
No, I'm not saying the game was rigged, because you saw the performance that
you said. Of course, the NFL is going to take advantage of that story.
But when I say take advantage of storylines, I mean as far as the media side of it, to where these reporters, the team reporters, or the sports analysts are going to pub up that, oh my gosh, Brady, because the Colts were 8-4 is their record. Not the Colts, the Patriots. They were 8-4. Yeah, they're 8-4. So I mean, they're 8-4, leading their division. They haven't done that in a while. So you have a storyline in New England. You had a Mac Jones who was drafted to replace Tom Brady, and Mac Jones beat out Cam Newton, and Mac Jones is now leading this team to a record they haven't seen in a while. So yeah, I mean, the storyline is there. And in the day, you still got to beat teams. So now, is it a great storyline if the Patriots end up playing the Bucs? Yeah, but the Patriots are not that good to go past even at Kansas City, I don't think they can beat the Chiefs or the Ravens or the Titans. It just sucks for the Titans. Their whole team is hurt.
You don't think the Bucs can beat Kansas City?
No, I said the Patriots.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I don't think they're going to get out the AFC to get to the Super Bowl, but it's a good storyline to get people talking. Because who don't want to talk about Belichick and Brady?
All right. Well, I got something for you. We're going to see what happened real quick, man. We're going to see. We're going to see something real quick. All right. Let's see if I was right.
Say for example, we lose by 3 games in the season. Week 17, against the Colts?
Yeah, week 17. I think that's what the start is at. It depends on what number one.
So we're gonna get into the schedule.
40-13 right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. Dak, hurt, healthy, it don't matter.
Shouldn't have came back.
No, he should have.
He shouldn't come back at all.
Should have just chilled out. They better get Zeke the ball 30 times. Even then, you can't run on us. So good luck trying to run that down. Big boys up front.
All right, so what else we got?
Second game, we got the Falcons coming to town.
Got the Falcons. That's gonna be easy. They got Kyle Pitts.
They got Kyle Pitts, they do, but Matt Ryan's up there in age.
We won that game, right?
That's going to be an easy win for us, absolutely. I'm looking at 2 touchdown win here at home. Division games are always tougher.
All right, so I got it right so far. All
right, cool. What else we got?
Again, we're going to LA against the Rams.
Oh, man, they got our number.
They do.
They the only team, I think, right? Them and the Bears.
Yeah.
The Bears, the only ones that got our number for last year. We got our get back on everybody last year.
Except them. And this time we're going to head to LA. Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, they got a heck of a defense.
How did Aaron play when we played him? How did he play? He didn't get all that shine. He
didn't do too great. And Marpet was hurt. If I remember, Marpet was hurt, and he didn't do that. Aaron Donald didn't do that great. He didn't do that great. They beat us right at the end. We lost on the interception right at the end. But against the Rams, that's almost like a tough game. But
we're gonna get our get back for that.
Yeah, we're gonna get some payback.
All our get back.
Yeah, we're gonna get some payback on the board. Next up, we got the Patriots Sunday Night Football at New England.
I actually got a feeling that we might lose that game. To be honest with you, have you seen how the Patriots? Have you seen what's his name? The number 28, the running back.
Oh,
Stevenson.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's get easy. He will be used against us, y'all. I'm trying to tell you.
Absolutely.
That rookie there. That rookie. No, if y'all don't know, this dude.
Here we go, Brandon.
Years they played us tough. Remember last year was that play on the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
So they did another tough one. Week 12 is the Colts. Week 12 is at Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
you never know what that team. So I'm gonna go ahead and say.
Yeah. In Lucas Oil Stadium, that's always tough.
Damn, I said we're gonna lose.
There, especially
okay. All right. And what am I gonna say about the next?
Man, in all those years. Week 13, we head to ETL.
Got them again.
EL, that's easy, dog. 2-0 sweet. Feel good to get that get back on them boys. Week 14 is a tough one. Bills. Buffalo Bills got a great defense.
Man.
We got a great defense. And Josh Allen, man, in my opinion, I think he's a great quarterback. But
I think we're going to win that game, though.
I think we can win, too.
We're going to win that
We're at home.
Oh, yeah. We're going to win it. We're going to win it.
All right, so that's what we got right there, man. All right, so I'm just letting you know what we dealing with. You seen my prediction. I don't know. Your prediction was probably way off, like always. You're very disrespectful anyway as a Bucs fan. And like I said, you got rid of James Winston jersey. So James is going to be a Hall of Famer one day, and you're going to be the only person that got rid of James jersey, right along with Rarely Ethan, the other Bucs fan that come into this thing. But, Brandon, it's okay, man. Like I say, shout out to SMB. Shout out to, I don't know what Jamel Dean. What is he going through right now?
I don't think they have an update yet, but it looked like his shoulder. He went out with his shoulder.
Well, I hope he get better. Are you proud of Jamel Dean this year?
I think with injuries, he's definitely been the most consistent cornerback the Bucs have had. And I don't think he's played bad, and I got on this person in the beginning, but I think he's played decent as well. Ross Cockrell has definitely played decent.
He's definitely somebody who somebody need to look at. He can definitely go on some and he can definitely come and play nickelback or whatever the case may be. he can be that guy. He can be that guy that can fill in some gaps. He's a good cornerback, I would say, or a decent cornerback that can definitely plug some holes up. So I can definitely say that one. So who else you got? Who else is somebody who you kind of look at and be like, they don't get enough shine. Shout out to Tristan Wirfs. Now let me ask you this, man. Let me be real with you. I gotta be real as a Bucs fan. I know this about to sound like blasphemy, and a lot of people want to kick me for this. But is Vita Vea overhyped? Because you were talking trash about him. You were talking trash about the man.
Well, this
I always had his back.
This is what I'm gonna say about Vita Vea, and it took me a while to get to that point of my expectations for him to kind of come down. So Vita Vea is not a stat player, which
I said that before.
Hold on.
What?
Let me finish. Which taking him taking him that high, he needs to be a stat player. And I know the Bucs have shifted his position around, and it just helps that he's next to Ndamukong Suh. He's next to sometimes a Will Golston and other players, that JPP and other Shaq Barrett when he's on the line. So he doesn't have to be that stat person. But is Vita Vea ever someone going to scroll down and look and name off the top D linemen the Bucs have had? Is he going to be in that conversation? Probably not. But
He might.
But he's definitely not a Sapp. He's not a Booger McFarland. He's not a Simeon Rice. And so for me,
he's definitely not that.
Hold on. So for me, when drafting him that high, that was my expectation. It was like, okay, we about to have another Simeon Rice Jr. We about to have another Sapp, or even another Booger, because Booger was the bigger.
Simeon Rice.
Hold on. Booger was the bigger line, DL out of that.
Booger is actually underrated.
Oh yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I thought, okay, we're gonna have another Booger McFarland to stop and get those tackles and sacks when we need to. Now, has Vita Vea gotten those? Yes, but I was expecting a every game stat line, and Vita's stats show up now in different places, clogging up the middle, or yesterday getting his tooth knocked out and going back in the game. I mean, so he shows his dominance in other places besides the stat line, and that took for me and a lot of Bucs.
I was telling you 2 years ago.
That took for me and a lot of Bucs fans kind of getting adjusted to, because again, how high he was drafted, you automatically expected this dominance on the stat line, and it didn't happen. And I think now, because they found a way to fit him in this D line, his dominance is felt, and why the Bucs are, the number one stopping the run. But then it doesn't translate to the pass rush. Our pass rush becomes non-existent sometimes.
Well, they know,
and then it leaves the corners on an island.
You know what I've been noticing too? I've been noticing that the Bucs know how to. Their run defense was okay. It was just as fine last year when he wasn't around. See, I don't know, man. I like Vita Vea. I know what he commands. We all know what he commands. Double team off rip, okay? 7, 8, 10, 8 out of 10 times, period. But my thing is this: the Bucs were just fine when he wasn't around. We were still the number one defensive run. When he wasn't around last week, we still held the running back. We still gave up. We didn't give up a lot of yards. We have never been proven to be a very bad run defense without him. So my thing is it really true that he is the dominating force? Because my thing is, who came up with this? Who came up with the narrative that he's this big boogie monster beast? And he is. I'm not discrediting him as a Bucs fan, but it's like, okay, like you said, because he wasn't drafted high, people were expecting one thing, and I was trying to get you to understand that 2 years ago when we drafted him. I was like, look, he's not a big sack monster, but he commands double team. He creates space and all the other stuff. Why are they doing it to just this guy? And it just seemed like nobody didn't give him no credit until we actually started winning. When we started winning, he started getting all this credit. When we were losing, he didn't get the credit at all. He wasn't even mentioned like that. So is it because we got the number one run defense and you see a guy getting commanded double team all the time? Is that the reason why he's that guy? I mean, you're saying a chipped tooth. I mean, what football player wouldn't go back in the game over a chipped tooth? I mean, damn, you might have to get benched if you want to go back in over a chipped tooth.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying, it wasn't just a chipped tooth, dog. He took a helmet straight to the face with no, like you saw it, like so that would have been painful. To me, that showed. I don't know. I guess for me, it showed that his love for the game, like that tenacity to want to be in. And he may not be, on every sack, but just the tenacity and the.
Well, I tell you, is he better than Booger McFarland? No.
And so Booger McFarland was the traditional D lineman for us. He, got the tackles, got the sacks. Again, I think Vita.
He was hurt a lot too. Now he was hurt a lot, but when he was in, he was in.
Yeah, I think Vita Vea just plays, and it also a fair argument if you're playing alongside of Warren Sapp, does that make it easier for you, or are you playing alongside of Sapp and Simeon Rice on the same line? Does that make it easier? Did that make it easier? Because remember, Booger also didn't play in the Super Bowl.
He did.
He was hurt.
He was hurt.
So,
all right. It's clear as day that Vita is definitely going to be headed in the direction. It's like they're trying to make him this new Sapp, and they can't do it. Right?
Well, I think the problem, I think, and we can wrap this up. I think they're trying to, because when you look at the Bucs D line, there's no youth necessarily there. Like, Ndamukong Suh ain't playing forever. And then you have
JPP, he getting old, and
so then you have Vita Vea, who's the young guy, and that's it. I think that is just a byproduct of the Bucs. People trying to, we think of good defenses like the Rams. You have an Aaron Donald, like you have you have these names associated with good defenses, like these star names.
Yeah, because let's be real though, man. That's something else to go into. Are these defensive linemen as good as they are? Will they be as good as they are if the defense sucks?
Well, so for me, my gauge is, do you show up when it matters? So you may not get a sack every game, and that's just natural. Just like cornerbacks ain't gonna get a pick every game. But are you showing up when it's a 4th and 4 and you need this stop to win it, or in the playoffs? That's to me why Aaron Donald gets this name. Because he shows up when it matters, just like the Warren Sapp. Sapp didn't get sacks every game or was on every tackle, but when it mattered, best believe Warren Sapp was going to be in that backfield. and that's the gauge for me. Is like, we know you can't be on every play, of course, but when it matters, you need to be there.
Hey man, y'all heard B Ham himself, man. He wrapped it all up. He still sold Jameis Winston jersey. Even Jameis gonna be a Hall of Famer.
But I honestly have no complaints. I mean, from the Colts game, I know that's shocking to say. We're able to come back and win, and I think that will go a long way into the season, into the playoffs. So,
go Bucs, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. So y'all know what time it is. It's your boy JB, aka Spoken. We got my dog
B Ham. Let's go.
Hey man, go Bucs, go Gators. And you're a UC. I'm a UCF Knight too, y'all. I want the UCF as well with my dog Brandon.
And Florida State.
I'm a proud member of also.
Of what?
I'm a proud member of them boys.
Okay.
I'm a proud member of them boys, man. I'ma holler at y'all, man. Hey, Bucs World, man. We in there. Holler at y'all. Go Bucs.
Grave diggers, Tampa Bay, we off the chain. We ain't worried about a thing. We looking for another ring. We some grave diggers. Ty Bowles, he a beast. 3-4 or 4-3. Either way, he bringin' heat, cause he a grave digger. Hey, yo, 24, yeah, he a grave digger. Getting live 45, he a grave digger. We wear our heart up on our sleeve. We don't even keep score. We just run it up and leave.